Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for another match of the Singapore Sevens. It's going to be Fiji taking on Spain. Now, Fiji, with the loss to Samoa in their last game, this is a must win. But theoretically, even if they lose, they should still go through. But for the confidence wise, they definitely want to get themselves the victory in this game. Looking through at the Fijian starting lineup, it will be Josefa Talatolo, Mothino Vuli Vuli, Tueve, Nathunu, Maisamo, Nutovalo, and also Veilawa, the last man in that starting side for Spain. It is Valencia's Nieto, Romero, Pla, Lopez, and two others who got away just in time before I was able to see what their names were. What if Spain win by 4 points or more to go into the playoffs, says Pads Ablaze. I know that they do a weird system because they base it off who's beaten who. So theoretically, yeah, Spain would go through if they win this game by 4, I believe. Okay, they've just said for Fiji, there's points difference is superior. So they'll go through. I actually want to see Spain go into the playoffs, says Pads Ablaze. Yeah, it wouldn't be good news for Fiji, but it would certainly be a good one for the Spanish. We'll go like this quickly. Move that to there. We probably are lagging at the moment, but once I move that and that, we're all good. We have fixed it. Right. Here we go. Match up. Spain losing to Samoa, losing to Canada as well. Alongside that, we have seen some pretty decent work. The condemned also in grown-ups and clock. Oh, he's in grown-ups, isn't he? Has Kirk? Yeah, Kerr, you have transferred over. I just saw your comment on the last one. Grown-ups too, wasn't it? How did I forget that? He was the wife, or sorry, he was the husband of the dancer, the kid's dance recital teacher. He acted weak in front of everyone at the end. How did I forget him? And Clockwork Orgy. Well, that's an interesting one. How does one... Oh, I'm frozen. I'm back now. I was too excited. I was clicking other screens. I don't know how much came through and how much cut out, but I was all excited and sad because I forgot that he was in grown-ups too. That's going to be kicked off high by the Fijians, so to get us underway. Now, it's going to be Nodovalo trying to kick it back there away from Valencia's. That ball well and driving at this Fijian line. There will be a lot of big hits coming in this game, the Fijians. So we want to get through this matchup with a victory and avoid all injuries. I didn't think of that, grown-ups too, says Nate. Yeah, because it's a slightly more quirky appearance, isn't it? But then that's kind of, I guess, what Stone Cold can also bring to the table, isn't it? I said in and a lot there. Nice run. Offload again on the inside to Valencias. Now Romero cutting inwards. Tackled by Nodovalo. It's already made about 2 in this matchup, and it's only been going for a minute. Now out wide. Another step from La Forga. Good work in the breakdown from Fiji. Talatholo unable to get the turnover, though. Now going back across to the right-hand side. Now momentum starting to be big time in their favour. Romero doing well. Going off to the left again here. One more pass for the Spanish. Moving it well out wide. Now holding the ball in one hand. That's a risky tactic from Lopez. Thought about the offload, but has ended up knocking it on. Spain's going to beat Fiji. Let's go. Ole, says Aiden there as well. And also no way the Broncos have lost. There's Bedza. It's a good run from Romero. In fact, no, sorry, it was Lopez, but he did get the hands slapped. So the ball did come free. Disappointed with that one. I mentioned our next live stream that we are going to be doing is going to be on the channel at around... That will be at about 1:55 a.m. I see that we're in slow motion at the moment. I don't know why we are in slow motion. If I sit still, will it catch up? No, it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the lag at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize if it is a little bit weird and a bit out of time. One is going to be kicked into touch. This is weird. This is something that hasn't done. Oh, I'm back. Hello, everyone. We're back again. That was really weird. Hopefully we can fix that before the Champions Cup games that are only just around the corner. How's mum and dad? They're doing well. Currently sleeping at the moment. But Fiji are going to score themselves their first try. They were actually on an appearance earlier on Super Rugby Livestream when George was having a few technical difficulties. Yeah, hopefully it wasn't lagging too badly for you guys there, which it probably was. Come on, Spain says pads ablaze, but it is going to be the try for the Fijians bumping out of the tackle. And Morfino Thangi. Once he was through one, he was through them all. And it's got the try. A long time no see, says Janae. Welcome in, mate. Feels like absolutely forever that I've seen one of your memes grace my eyeballs. I think that lagged as well. I don't know what's going on with the lag of the camera, but I think it's cut out about 4 times at the moment. So hopefully you heard me, Janae. I said I missed your memes. Samoa at this stage would be sitting at the top. And also, Hamish, can you please scream as loud as you can? Well, then they wouldn't be doing very good, would they, Aiden, if I was to do that? I already talk loud enough as it is. They probably can hear me at the moment, but it is going to be kicked high. Nicely taken there by Spain. Another Valon now. Going to make that tackle. Poplar going on the outside. Stepping nicely. Another Valon. He's made so many tackles throughout this match already, and we've only been going for about 3 minutes or so in this contest. Now Valencias, ball on the outside to Lamaro. Some great quick stepping there from the Spanish number 19. Gets dragged down awkwardly. It's too late in the night for memes. That is fair enough, Janae. You've already made plenty throughout the day, of course. Now Romero, ball on the outside. Big contact there once again. Now wide cutout pass. One more to the left-hand side. Here we go, straight through almost for Lopez. Just the last-ditch effort from my Samoa to stop him from going over the line. Now pass on the outside. Another offload. Rena. And also, could be so many devices connected right now. They're all bashing each other right now for internet. That is true. I actually... Oh, it is lagging again. Hang on. We're going to fix this. Going to go like this, go like this. That might be a little bit better. I've just had to close 1 or 2 of the tabs that I had open. So I think it was the communication between monitors that might have actually been lagging it out. It's going to be another error from Spain, unfortunately. Fiji now will have themselves a scrum feed. I said fatigue setting in at the moment for the Flying Fijians. Same with Spain, though. These two sides have been going back and forth. 28 passes made by Spain, 0 from Fiji. So Fiji, they've made 13 tackles. Spain are yet to have to make a tackle or be threatened by a pass by the Fijians. Much better, says Blues Nate. And there as well. So, yeah, I think it was just that gap between the screens. It was getting a little bit confused at where it was supposed to be going. Now, it's going to be the advantage. Penalty goes the way of Fiji, and they have now completed 1 pass in their mission for success. Aforiga, the man who was penalised for that one. So I should mention tomorrow for the Sevens, we are going to be covering some of the quarterfinal matches, so be sure to stick around for those. Also got plenty more action coming later on in the day for the semi-finals and the finals of the Singapore Sevens. That is a brilliant kick there from Fiji. Down to about 28 metres out from the Spanish line. Fiji currently leading this game 7-0 as well, so they've got nothing to rush here. The fact that they were able to score a try without completing a pass, though, is very impressive. Now, nice run round for, I believe, Thungu now has it. Oh, Talatholo knocks the ball on. Another penalty going against the Spanish for not being back the 10 metres offside again. Vailawa looks like he wants to take on the scrum, and that is exactly what Fiji will do. Super Rugby Friday next year, says Reed Nichols. Yep, we have got Super Rugby coming up in the next week. We'll be covering it on the channel as well. But the big thing is we won't have the Sevens, so I feel like that will be a lot lighter of a weekend than what we've had throughout this one. Although, that's the thing. Last weekend we did more streams. This weekend, I think I've been more tired. But I believe that that is due to doing outside stuff. It's probably those push-ups tiring me out on the jumping, or not the jumping jacks. That's a great ball to Vailawa. Also the old burpees tiring the boy out. Oh, brilliant work. Who's that going to be? That was the number 20 in the end for the Fijians. Didn't quite catch the name on the back of the jersey. I believe he's one of the more new players. Pass out wide now to my Samoa. Steams him on the outside. Slams the ball down, and that will be the second try of the match now for Fiji. Getting off to a great start in this matchup up against the Spanish. But Manuel my Samoa managing to receive that slightly wider pass from Nathungu. Saw the gap opening up and went straight to him. Dotted it down over the try line. Almost a knock on the way to the ground there, but the Fijian fans very happy with that one after seeing their side get another try. This could be a relatively one-sided game unless Spain are able to fire back after the first half. In the second half, first couple minutes, if they can get going then, that will be a massive improvement for Espanyol. But currently 14-0 in favour of the third place Fiji. This game will be finishing at almost midnight New Zealand time, but the next live stream that we have got will be starting at about 2 a.m, and that is Toulouse versus the Sharks. That's going to be a great game. Antoine Dupont going to get to test himself up against some of South Africa's finest. And then after that, we're straight into Stormers versus Exeter Chiefs. I believe that game is kicking off at 4:30 a.m. Just quickly confirm that time to make sure that I am right. Our next challenge, how many AB's brothers can you name? Ooh. Tell you what, at halftime, we could probably name a few. You've got the Barrett brothers. You've got the Savia brothers. Are they current All Blacks or all-time All Blacks? You've got the Whitelock brothers, although not so much for one of the other Whitelocks. Like Luke Whitelock, I think he only got a couple chances, didn't he, in total? You've got the Ioane brothers. You've got the not Woodcock. Which ones am I? Franks brothers. That's who I was thinking of. Owen and Ben. All time, says Kurt. That's about, I think my brain stopped working. That was not many, but also a couple more than maybe people expected me to get. Who else have we had who are brothers in the All Blacks? There's been guys in the old school ones that I can't think of the names off the top of my head. For some reason, Sid Going's name's coming to mind, but he didn't have a brother who played, I don't think. What about old Shelford and Ben Smith, Aaron Smith, and Conrad Smith? True, yes. All related, of course. Oh, nice offload to Balatha. Now Fiji going to the bottom side of the field. Another offload there to Batitarenga. Oh, he beats him too easily on the outside. In fact, it's going to be Veilawa who does get there. Another try. And Sunday Rugby tomorrow. Yes, Bishop, I'll give you. Says Kerr there. Bishop, you've got... I'm trying to think of current players, but I think I've almost listed most of the current brothers that we've had. So I feel like I've got to try and get a little bit more old school. Normally it's in the forward packs, like how I mentioned the two Franks brothers. Barrett brothers, says Cornelius. Yep, you've got Scott, you've got Geordie, and you've got Bowden. That kick is missed from straight out in front for Fiji, so that is going to make the score 19 points to 0. Who else? What's a real common name other than Smith? Not sure. My brain's gone blank. You have to think forwards and think 90s. Geez. Forwards in the 90s. Fitzpatrick? No? What about old, what's his face, number 8, who did all those things with his kicking? Zinzan Brook. Were there two Brook brothers? There might have been. Balatha now once again going through. Zinzan and Robin, says Nate. Oh, managed it somehow. Valawa crosses the line again for Fiji. 2 in this match so far, and second in Singapore. Fitzpatrick didn't have a brother, though, did he? That I know of. I'm trying to think of who else there was, because there was one that they had, one stayed home on the farm and one got to play. That might have been Shelford, or that might have been someone else in the old days. And the clapping from Kerr for Nate. Can't think of anyone else off the top of my head. Was that who you were thinking of for the forwards in the 90s? Yeah, kick is unsuccessful. Fiji still leading this game, though. 24 points to nil. 4 minutes remaining on the clock. It's pretty much a certain guarantee now that they will end up winning it. It's going to be going high. Nicely taken. 2 wingers, one in 2000s and one in 2010. 2010. Ow. So you've got, who were the wingers in 2010? Big run forward there. There was a Fijian trainer on the field as well. Yep, that's the 90 says Kerr. See, I'm thinking of Howlett, McAllister, no. Spencer, no. Sitiviti Sitivatu, don't think so. It's the 2000s that's getting me. The 2010, I'll have more chance of getting him. But getting his brother in 2000, I think I'm going to struggle a little bit more. Reading Ranger? No, he don't have a brother. Not struggling. Someone else will be able to help me out a little bit here, perhaps. For that one. As soon as I see the name, it's going to really annoy me, though. 3.5 minutes remaining. Fiji now. They're looking for a sub, I believe, at this point. Showing there that Spain are just above the playoff zone. Although, with Uruguay getting so far in the competition, I believe Spain are going to drop back down. And toss of Fiji. There's Akta there as well. 3 minutes remaining. Ball coming in from Filippo Bucayaro. Let's go Fiji, says Blues Nate. Oh, penalty goes the way of the Fijians again. They thought about the quick tap, but it looks like they might actually slow this one down, Fiji. I think going all out. There's a big yawn. Hint. Car-related last name. Honda. Suzuki. It's probably not Suzuki. Honda makes me Mustang. Ford. Something Ford, is it? It's going to be now knocked back by Filippo Bucayaro. A very famous AB on the 60s, if I remember rightly, many years before my time, but mid-60s. Says Kerr. And also, for the live commentary, or naming ABs? It's a good question. Currently, Fiji on the halfway line. I think it's because it is such a one-sided affair. And the Fijians, we did just have to wait for the players to be subbed before they got back into the action. Valo has it again. He's stepping out wide. Another pass off wide for, I believe that is going to be Batidarenga. Penalty goes the way of Spain. Oh, we might have jinxed it now that we're starting to talk about them. Spain are going to go and possibly get themselves a try here. Breaking almost through the line, only 15 metres out now. Another advantage going the way of the Spanish. Now one more pass. Or no, he decides to go himself there. Reina offload to Romero. Thought about offloading again. Another penalty goes against the Fijians. And now nice step there from Paul Plaro. No, he's knocked the ball on in the process. He tried to slam it down over the try line. Didn't manage to get there. No advantage for the knock on. And they are going back. And not a model of car, something related to your cars. Ah, I see. Oh, yeah, no, just went off the shin there. The 60s, I wasn't there, sorry about it. 90s for me. There's Nate there. Spain very close to getting over the line there. Only 90 seconds remaining, and they don't really have enough time to get back into this one. And Akta said, bro, I love your style commentary. I keep punching, says Akta in there as well. More than likely, Fiji will be playing France, I should mention, in their next game. So that will be a lot more of a challenge for them than this game up against the Spanish. Kind of breezed in this contest, which is good to see because they struggled so much when they lost to Samoa and they almost lost to the Canadians. Mead for the 60s. Colin Mead, was he the one with the brother who they both had the farm and they had to decide who was going to continue rugby? Now, Bukayaro goes across here to Nadovalo. Nice run from Ioani Tiaba. Close to the touchline in the 22. Now, Bukayaro going back across again. Charging forward. And year in place, Sevens was started. No clue. It was early 2000s though, wasn't it? Maybe 2005? I'm not too sure where it would have started though. We should focus on the rugby. Maybe we should maybe shift hint again. Hints at the moment for my brain do not click. Maybe we should maybe shift hint again. Be bulldozer. Maybe plumber, someone plumber, and try a long time before that. Says Kerr. Not going to be another scrum coming in. How many Italian players did John Kerwin take to the try line? 1987 World Cup. It was a fair few. That one. I've always wondered why Italy don't play sevens. Like, we've got France, we've got Great Britain, we've got everyone else in that area, but Italy, for some reason, don't try their hand at the sevens. Rather than, oh no, Martinez might have cramp or he might have done something really bad to his hamstring or calf, and now Ioani Teba steps his way through. He will score the last try of the match. He gets round blah, and scores the last minute try for the Flying Fijians. 2 tries in Singapore, first of the match for him. Fiji have had a very one-sided game here. 29 points to nil. Start with G. G starts with a G. Good. I know you guys watching quick highlights now. Says Nate. G. Good. Like the cheese. What's it to do with cars, though? I'll give you a clue. Seven started a long way from home for you. Halfway around the world. And is it in America? That's going to be the end of the game, though. 31 points now. I feel like my brain cogs are about to burst trying to answer all these questions. Like, I feel like I'm thinking car names, but they're thinking sevens. Yeah. Not GE. George. George's not related to cars, though. Gene. Something. But now they are talking to IC in the Thunu after the game. 31 points to nil. He's very happy. That's what he said. Time for a sleep, bro. Says Rapati. We have still got 2 more games. Gear. Oh, Jose and Rico. There we go. There it is. But yeah, we've still got 2 more live streams later on tonight. It is going to be the matchup taking place between Toulouse and the Sharks, and then the Stormers taking on the Exeter Chiefs. They are happening at 2 a.m. New Zealand time, and then also happening at, I believe it is 4:30 a.m. New Zealand time. They don't actually say they're on Sky, but I assume they are somewhere, or else that would be bad news. And also, Scotland Sevens started in Melrose. Melrose Sevens still takes place also this weekend. Says Gerda, 1883. It only took 200 hints. Yeah, I got there in the end. I think the biggest problem is when you're doing a Fijian game, you're thinking of all the Fijian names rather than like simple Kiwi names, if that makes sense. Like when you're saying like Vakunara Billy, and although he's not playing in this one, but Mothino Thangi, your brain goes away from shortened names and you think long and doesn't quite work out. Yeah, I will quickly make sure that that game taking place for the Champions Cup is on Sky TV, ladies and gentlemen, just so that I can let you guys know about the commentary. Scroll over. It should be on Sky Sport 1. Yeah, there it is. Heineken's Champions Cup. So we're all good for that next game. 2 a.m. and 4:30 a.m. Going to be the next ones that we are covering. The Wheaton brothers in the 91 World Cup. Says Will there. As well, Fiji come back. Says Nate. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy this live stream, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We will be back, like I mentioned, in a couple hours' time. We are going to be setting it up for the near future. We will be totally getting that one up in the next kind of 15 to 20 minutes. Gary and Alan, hell of a lot of good trivia today, as well, mental and physical exercise. Says Gary, I'm going to be mentally and physically exhausted by the end of the night, aren't I? It should be a lot of fun watching these Champions Cup ones. I think there's going to be some close games for those two, hopefully anyway. We have got the sevens all throughout tomorrow as well. But I do thank you all very much. Like I mentioned, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. I will see you all in a couple hours for the next live stream for the Champions Cup.